What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in the building with another banger, man. So first things first, before we go ahead and get started, I just want to go ahead and say thank you, God, for giving me this opportunity once again. And man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Anybody looking to join the Rich Gang family, be sure to go ahead and turn on post notifications, hit that like button, and do not forget to leave a comment down below when complete. So today is actually a very special day. It is actually the birthday of Rich Sosa. It's my birthday, born on April 5th, 1997. So thank y'all to those of you who are watching right now. Go ahead and comment down HBD Rich Sosa just so I know who the loyals are today watching. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And more so importantly, I thank y'all for all of the support that y'all have been coming through. Since day one, this has already been about 3 years into the YouTube making, and we are growing rapidly and much more better each and every day. However, let's go ahead and get back into the making of this banger. I got a very special fire rare build coming at y'all today, the well-rounded guard. So what you want to go ahead and do is just please be sure to follow along as we do go. Then when it comes down to the physical profile, let's just go ahead and jump right into it. We're going to go ahead and pick the one between the first one and the fourth, y'all. This really comes down to your personal preference, but I'm telling you right now, the one that I just picked, 80 speed, 79 acceleration with an 83 vertical, is definitely going to be the way that you want to go. This build is definitely going to be very helpful on all ends of the floor, and the best thing about it is the rare build name that we're going to be able to get, but also what these badges are going to be looking like. So for the defensive end, I'm going to go ahead and max out that defensive rebound, go with a block of 29. Then when it comes down to the steal, I'm going to go with an 80. The lateral quickness, this is really up to you, but I'm going to go ahead and put this maxed out. Same thing when it comes down to the perimeter defense at a 75. And we're going to be able to get a total of 6 defensive badges, y'all. Now, I just want to go ahead and remind y'all, if you do feel like making any of the builds that I bring to y'all a different way, go ahead and take that risk, see what you can make, but use what I'm bringing y'all as a format to start out, what you want to change about a build, as well as what kind of adjustments you feel like making. Now, when it comes down to the playmaking, I'm going to go ahead and max out that pass accuracy, ball handle, and put that post control to a 37, and that's going to allow us to get a total of 13 playmaking badges. Now, when it comes down to the shooting, I'm going to go with the mid-range shot of 83. As for the three-pointer, I'm going to go with an 81. For the free throw, I'm going to put this to an 88. And then when it comes down to the post fade, for badge purposes, I'm actually going to go ahead and raise this. And honestly, looking at a 75 post fade is really going to be something that you can use, especially when you add boost. And that's going to allow us to get up to 20 shooting badges. Now, for the finishing, I'm maxing out the close shot, driving layup, driving dunk, as well as the steady dunk at a 54, and that's going to allow us to get a total of 14 finishing badges. Easily the best setup that I can possibly get for this kind of build, but I'm telling you, if you want to, you can definitely go ahead and try to get extra badge points in other areas. All you got to go ahead and do is either lower the shooting or the finishing, and possibly even the playmaking if you do want to go that route. But honestly, when it comes down to it, think of how many extra badge points that we're going to be able to get and add onto each build. Remember, we have our rebirth that we're able to use, but also each badge point that we are able to unlock from every season that we do complete. Now, for the body shape, to take up the most space, I always pick between builds as well as burly. But if you feel like going with anything other than what I show y'all, most definitely go ahead and go after it. Now, when it comes down to the height on this build, this is very specific. Do not try to change it. I'm going to go ahead and put this build to 6'6", easily one of my favorite heights to work with on this build, but more so importantly, the versatility that's going to be allowed to come with it. Now, for the weight, you definitely want to go ahead and try to go with the lowest for the max speed. Then, once we go ahead and get into the wingspan, this is a very crucial part as well. So, you cannot go anything higher than an 85.2. If you do, the build name is going to change something to like a slashing playmaker. But with this build, I'm telling you, you are definitely still going to be able to get everything that you want. Once you add boost, you're definitely going to be able to get the contact dunks that we want, and even more so with that slashing takeover. So you do get the best of both worlds, y'all. Now, we also do get the sharpshooting, playmaking, and the shot creating takeover to break ankles. So honestly, this really comes down to the way that you see yourself using this build, but in my opinion, I would highly recommend possibly picking the sharpshooting takeover or even the shot creating, or if you want to have a little bit more fun, I would highly recommend going with the slashing, y'all. But remember, this is your build that you are going to be using. Base it off of your own preference. I'm going to go with the shot creating takeover to break ankles and get that shooting boost. And as y'all can see, we have made the well-rounded guard build, and I'm telling you, this build definitely reminds me of a Zach LaVine type build. You can even go with a multitude of different players, possibly even Penny Hardaway, but this build is definitely going to have everything that you want out of it on both sides of the floor. Now, we got to go ahead and check out what this build is going to be looking like once you grind it out all the way max to 99. Add in that takeover, which gives us a plus 10 to our shooting because we did pick a shooting takeover being the shot creating. But then also, you're able to add a plus 4 from the boost and another plus 4 from hitting 99 overall, which is plus 8. So with that takeover, it's going to be plus 18. And then another 4 is going to be a plus 22 from running with teammates that are going to be having floor general as well as defensive leader. So with all that taken into consideration, essentially in takeover, we will be able to get a 99 mid-range shot, 99 three-pointer, 99 free throw, and our post fade is going to be up in the 90s as well. If you did go with that slashing takeover, you have the potential to get a 99 close shot, 99 driving layup, as well as a 99 driving dunk, y'all. But when it comes down to the playmaking, if you decided to go with the playmaking takeover and all boosts taken into consideration, you're going to have the potential to get up into the 90s for the ball handle and also the pass accuracy. And then for the defensive end, without any of the takeovers being added, you're going to be able to get a majority of these stats. And I'm going to go ahead and say all of them are going to be able to hit at least a 90 threshold. Now, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of the badges. This is probably one of the most important parts of the video. So, what you want to go ahead and do is really spread the wealth on the defensive end first, putting on the most important badges. So there's a few ways that I would go about this. For me, I'm going to go with bronze clamps, rim protector, intimidator, and chase down artist to start off. But then if you want to, you can raise any tier of badge basing it off of your own preference. Another way that I would really consider is going with silver, clamps, intimidator, and then rim protector, and then leaving out chase down artist. This is just one way that I see the build, but honestly, this is going to be a definite solid lineup to run with when it comes down to the defensive end. Now, once we go ahead and get into the playmaking, you really got to be sure that at least the main badge you need to run with is going to be handles for days on gold. Don't go anything lower. I'm telling you, you definitely want to go ahead and put this on gold. Then from there, go ahead and put on quick chain on gold as well as hyperdrive. So we got 3 more badges that we're going to be able to use. This all comes down to the way that you see yourself using this build, but I'm telling you, there are multiple ways that you can go about it. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and put on bronze unpluckable, and then for the very last one, I would really have to say, you can go ahead and go about this how you want, but for me, I'm going to go ahead and run with quick first step on gold. Now, let's go ahead and get into the finishing. A total of 14 badges that we're going to be able to work with. Very solid, and what I'm going to go ahead and do is go ahead and, of course, you want to go ahead and put on posterizer on Hall of Fame. That's what's going to allow us to get the contact dunks. Then also, if you did get that slashing takeover, we're going to make it much more better. Then also, you got to go ahead and pair these badges up with limitless takeoff on Hall of Fame. Then you can go with slithery finisher if you want to. But I'm telling you right now, a badge that I truly believe is slept on is going to be fearless finisher. I would highly recommend putting this badge on Hall of Fame and leaving the rest of the setup how I did bring it to y'all. But now, let's go ahead and get into the last category of badges, the most and the best for last, the shooting, 20 in total. To start out, what you want to go ahead and do is put this on Hot Zone Hunter for the Hall of Fame tier. Then also do the same exact thing for the sniper badge. Now, 12 more remaining badges. You can go about this however you want to. For me, I'm going to go ahead and put on corner specialist as well as Deadeye both on silver. Then I'm going with bronze green machine as well as volume shooter. Now you cannot forget about blinders. That is a definitely important badge. Then for the last 2, if you want to, you can raise the tier of Deadeye from silver to Hall of Fame. And this is the setup that I would really consider for this entire build. We're going to end off with 14 finishing, 20 shooting, 13 playmaking with 6 defensive, y'all. Again, if you made it to the end, go ahead and comment down RGF I just love y'all so much. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Thank God for giving me this opportunity. Continue to show out, and just know I'm going to continue to drop the bangers for y'all. So, man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Anybody who wants to join the Rich Gang family, be sure to go ahead and turn on post notifications. Hit that like button, and be sure to drop a comment down below when complete. Happy birthday to Rich Sosa. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all. I thank y'all. And with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. Thank God and Rich out.